guys? Welcome to Fix This Build That Sunday Night Live show. I'm Brad.
And I'm Susan.
And we've got cabinets.
You don't have your microphone on.
It's down here. It's down here. I know. Sorry. You know who I am. I'm loud and proud. By the way, shout out to Matt Akins over at Rustic River Creations. So it's a little hectic because the space here is also, I had to redo everything out here because we just launched a new video.
Yay!
The 3-drawer cabinets, they were here. Can you see? They can see just the corner of them over there on YouTube. If you're on Instagram, please join us on YouTube. It's Fix This Build That Live is the second channel. T-Hub, what is up? T-Hub over on.
Hey Taylor.
The IG, he's going to come over to the other place too.
Yes.
But if you're over on YouTube, you can see the full screen and you can see the cabinet that's right over there that you can't see in this little puny screen on Instagram.
Puny.
But we just launched the 3-drawer cabinet. It is the beginning to the miter saw station. I am so pumped. I've been talking about this for a while, about doing the expansion. And I was talking about it for a while, where it was just going to be an expansion. And so the original idea is I was just going to extend the cabinets. And then after sitting here thinking and planning out some other tools, I thought, well, what if I get rid of the mobile miter saw station? I've already got this space here. And all I literally have to do is put a miter saw there and it becomes a miter station. So I was like, I could get rid of a light bulb. I could get rid of a whole thing and clear the shop out. So that's what's going on. Released the first video today on that. If you want to go check that out, you can see how I built a set of 3-drawer cabinets for 6 drawers total. Somebody said, looks like 6 drawers to me. I said, yes, it is. That's why it's cabinets.
Good eye.
3-drawer cabinets with an S.
Right.
That's right. So that's what we've had going on this week. If you saw the video, then thank you. And if you've not seen it, then go check it out.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go to Element today. Let's see here real quick who we've got online. Who we have over here on the Instas. We got Rick, we got Mike. What's up? We got Jill
and Jonathan.
Jonathan, Travis, all of the usuals. I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
Rick's
T-Hub's
here.
over there, of course. And Dennis Miko and Michael Lusk. How's it going, Michael? All right, over on the gram. Oh, we got Jeremy. What's up, Jeremy? We got Jae Hess Construction in the house. Carlos, what's up, Carlos? Mark Litvin, how's it going? Is she your stepsister? No,
She's not my stepsister.
No. Alexander, what's up for Jack's Flooring? Alexander, watching. I hope you're doing good, buddy. My name is P Nice. Just watched the miter saw station video. He's loving it. Badger Woodcraft from Seattle, digging it. Christopher, pick up my mic. I can't hear you too well. Christopher, the mic doesn't go over to Instagram. The mic is only for YouTube. So come join us on YouTube. Fix This Build That Live is the channel. Growler Domestics, what's up, my man? How are you? And I am drinking. What am I drinking? Salt Life Lager today. It's a
salty state of mind.
Ooh. It is.
That's what it says.
Sonny Biggs from Knoxville, go Vols.
Yeah.
I'm glad we pulled that one out and held on. That was
a exciting game.
Team McMittens, Josh Durkinson, first time watching. Awesome. Josh, come join us over on YouTube. It's way better over there. And Awesome Possum Woodcraft and Leather by Dragonfly. What is up, Patrick? And Chivi Celestino from Argentina. Awesome.
We both said it.
Argentina. All right, cool. Well, before we jump into things, I do want to thank some members. By the way, I didn't mention it at the beginning of the show last time.
Right.
I've been talking about this forever.
Okay.
Like almost as long as that, probably.
What?
We're live with YouTube memberships. Builders Club.
Right.
So Builders Club now is not just Patreon. It is also on YouTube.
Yep.
So you can join on YouTube and you get the shout out in the video and you get the shout out here in the live, as well as some of the early content and stuff. So I'm posting that to both YouTube now and Patreon. I really prefer Patreon. If you're going to do one,
if you don't care either way, do Patreon. Because
Patreon, I've only got the lower 2 tiers on YouTube. So you cannot get the free plan tier. You can't get that on Patreon, on YouTube. Because they make it extremely difficult they don't give you any information. They just literally give you usernames. So I can't get emails. I can't do any of that. Patreon is super nice and have it set up. So anyway, the Builders Club, we have some new folks. And some of these we're getting folks from YouTube. So this will be a mixture here. We had Donald IRVINE, we had Martin Pivka, Paul Woods, Thomas Schmeler, Budy Dharmanto, Jill Norcross, and Jae Hess or Jae Hess.
I think it's probably Jae.
Jae. I'm going Jae Hess.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to all those folks who are joining the Builders Club. And basically, that's just the inner circle of fix this, build that. They get upset. They don't get upset.
They do not. The opposite.
They get updates.
They're so happy.
They get updates through the week.
Yep.
The behind-the-scenes updates and early access to videos when available. I was literally writing all this, like finishing the video this morning at 9.
Right.
It actually launched like
and
10 minutes.
Last night as
10 minutes later than it should have. I usually go at 10 a.m. Central on Sundays is when we usually launch videos. This one was like 10:11.
I mean, that's not bad.
No, it wasn't bad. Because I realized that I had not actually watched the video. I had uploaded it.
Oh my gosh.
It's always a good practice to actually watch the video.
You didn't tell me this.
Even though you've already edited it. Like, you just never know what happens because sometimes weird stuff happens. I did it before and I had to delete one before because of that.
Really?
I mean, really quickly
Well, I could see it because when you're editing, you get so focused on the little minutiae.
Right, versus watching, or maybe you didn't change something. Anyway, and so it was already 10 o'clock. I was watching, so I have this, I forget, it's an amazing plugin, by the way. If you don't have the extension for Chrome, and don't use it on my videos, by the way, but there's an extension for Chrome, and I forget what it's even called, but you can accelerate any video. So whether it's like Vimeo or YouTube or just like an embedded video, you can do it by 10% increments. So you can watch it 110%, you can watch it 80%. I was watching myself.
If you're having to watch training videos or something super
watch
boring,
those at like 1.5% all the time, or 150%. Anyway, I was watching myself at 300%,
oh my
3x,
word.
just to like.
That's a lot of Brad.
I was like, I felt like my brain was gonna explode. So yeah, don't. But anyway, so if you do that though, it does literally cut the watch time in whatever percentage you watch it. So you can watch mine at 0.5x if you want to, just to give me that extra 50% watch time.
No,
don't do that. Don't do that.
No.
So yes.
That's
anyway,
funny.
that is what is up.
That is what is up.
So, and that is what is up. And Jill Norcross, she's right here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining the Builders Club, Jill.
She's a Packers fan.
She's a Packers fan. Uh-oh.
Yeah, there's a couple Packers fans on here talking football. I guess it's like halftime right now, maybe.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Elliot Sotomayor, what is up, my man?
Yep.
Okay, so the
Bill wants to know what you did for the handles for the video.
Oh, for the handles, I just used my normal. So these ones that you see here,
silver ones.
The silver ones, I've bought so many of those now.
They're in our kitchen.
They're like in every I probably have 30 just in the shop alone.
How many do you have left?
They just arrived.
Oh, okay.
I just bought another 25 pack.
Oh my gosh.
They're super cheap though. They're great because they're like a kind of that commodity that everybody kind of jumped on. They used to be like $4 a piece, and I was like, oh gosh. So every time I bought them, they're like $6 a piece. Like if you bought them straight from Home Depot, but now they hit Amazon and everybody knocked them off.
Right.
And I got 25 for like $28.
It is nice, yeah.
So like $1 a piece, and they look super cool.
It's a very streamlined,
It's a very modern look, and I dig it. So that's what I did for them.
We dig it.
But yeah. So let's see here.
Taylor wants to know. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Andrew Strong Originals, his 13-year-old woodworker, started his woodworking business because of our videos. Thank you so much, man. And
good luck.
And thank you for that feedback. And
that's great.
Best of luck to do that. Let's hear Crazy House Woodcraft. What's up? First time watching, but he's seen the YouTube. We'll be going on Michael Wiskus. Did Michael Wiskus come over? He just said he's going over to YouTube. How can I print in wood? JCCT. I've got a whole video on that.
Yeah.
Go check it out. I haven't done fractal burning. Moonchild. I have not, and I don't ever plan to do it. Because
to do what?
Fractal burning. It's like when you see they put like the dielectric fluid or whatever, some kind of conducting fluid on there, and it's like the lightning, like you see it going across wood.
Yeah.
It was really big, like 6. What? You okay?
Nothing. Yeah. It's like a hair.
Oh, I see it.
No,
up. For real, I see it. Oh, never mind. You just grabbed it.
Yeah.
She sheds.
I have hair just like all over the place. It's ridiculous.
I'll find hair in my shirts. And I'm like, how did your hair get inside my shirt?
It's so annoying too because you can feel it. Sorry.
Yes. Anyway,
so
fractal burning is like they put like the electrodes over there and it's like and it goes and
in
until
the wood.
Like, yeah.
And then what's the reason for this?
Because it looks cool.
Oh.
Looks super cool, and then like some people will backfill it with epoxy, but it looks like a tree. because it looks like lightning.
Oh wow.
I'll show you.
So
it's kind of backed off, but it was like really
is
big.
it why would you never do it though? You said you'll never do it.
Because it's
super
like
dangerous.
it's super high voltage.
Oh gosh.
A lot of people will use
you're never doing that.
Microwave innards to do it. And I've heard at least one person has died doing it. Yeah, I mean it's like super high voltage, like, and so if you don't know what you're doing and you like grab the electrodes,
oh my gosh, ooh.
I don't know how many thousands of volts it is, but it's bad news. And so like I don't want to like
just mess around with the Shoshugi
It's
bond.
not that cool. Like I'll do stuff that won't kill me. Like if the whole mistakes were made.
That's a big mistake. That's when you don't come back from.
That would be the ultimate mistake.
That would be bad.
We're not going there.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see here. Agnes McIver. What's up, Agnes? Just swapped over from IG. Awesome. And he says it's much nicer. So IG folks.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yep.
Mike says you were so close to 1 million.
Oh my gosh,
He keeps
guys.
checking. So nice.
So
we're close.
We're
knocking on
probably
the door.
like right around. I think we were like 997 earlier today. I think we actually may have just gone over 998,000.
We're getting close.
So we typically pick up about 1,000 new followers a day, give or take. A little bit more on the weekends, a little bit less during the week. And so and by the next live,
we may get a million.
Unless something really bad
next
happens.
Week?
Well, like Tuesday. I just got through saying it's 998. We
I
do
know
1,000
it's
a day.
just crazy. Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
Math is hard. So by Tuesday, more than likely, we will be at 1 million subscribers.
Our son is going to be freaking out too.
I hope it's been tracking, like we've been flipping over in the evenings.
Oh.
So anyway, we don't even know what we're going to do yet.
I really want to have us out in the shop, like on camera, balloons, like in a net up there.
Sawdust.
You said that.
Planks of walnut.
Planks of walnut. He was like, we should have sawdust up there. I'm like, you hate sawdust, but whatever.
That would be the worst.
But like then like
face masks.
the announcement music could play like dun da da da, and then like we pull a thing and then balloons come raining down.
I wish it was.
It's like we won an election or something.
I wish they still had the old social blade that actually like counted every subscriber.
Oh.
Because now it's kind of anticlimactic in the sense that it's just like it'll say 999,000.
Right. You don't really know where you are.
And then it will just go million.
And then you're over. Yeah. Oh
right.
yeah.
And then after you hit 1 million, it only tracks you every 10,000.
Oh gosh.
So that's going to be really.
Yeah, because Brad is an analytics person. Yeah. Like he likes looking at the numbers, which has been really good because I think that helps us in all ways. But yeah, you're going to just be waiting and waiting.
I know. So it's going to go from 999,000 to like 1.00 million.
Wow.
Which I am not mad at. I'm totally okay with that.
It's okay.
But it is going to be crazy. But anyway, we are so thankful and so excited. And it's.
Thank you for going on this journey with us.
Yeah, I mean, keeping it in perspective, it's just a number, right?
It's
like nothing magical is going to happen when we hit 1 million. But it's a goal. It's a milestone.
It's been a goal for years.
It's a milestone, and it's just kind of it kind of is proof that what we're doing is helping other people.
Yeah. And
that we're able to share this stuff with you guys, and we're super excited about it.
I think it helps.
And obviously, like this is a much smaller group than 1 million. This is
the inner circle is here.
Right, this isn't on the main channel. So when we do it on the main channel, we typically have more, obviously. But I've wanted to keep this the second channel on YouTube. If you're on Instagram, you guys have been with me for a long time too.
Yes.
But feel free to go over to YouTube. And anyway, that's we like having that the small group here. But we will be doing a live. So I'm not exactly sure what everything's going to look like, but the idea is that I will make a thank you video. I talked a little bit about this last week, I think. Mm-hmm. Kind of a thank you video and being more like telling my origin story a bit and talking about how I got here. In a sense, not in a braggadocious way by any stretch of the imagination, but like giving the backstory, like what was I doing before? Because like I've not really shared a lot of that because it doesn't really fit in the content.
Well, and you have shared some, but then I feel like
a lot of it's here. Like we share a ton here.
Well, yeah, and I think we get a lot of the same questions.
Yes.
A lot.
Yeah.
So
I will definitely be doing that, and then after that, the following week we'll be doing a live for the main channel. And we have to figure out when we're going to do that.
Okay. Yeah.
You look like this is the first time you ever heard it. You're like,
no, I do remember that. I was confusing those two, thinking that was the same one, but it's different.
It'd be
I'm like, I've never heard of this. No, totally, I'm with you.
All right, let me go back here. All right, what else we have on Instagram? We got Nightfall Witchop from California.
Yeah, that's a cool name.
And Hayes Wood Handcraft loves the channel. Thank you so much. Where can I find some of your design plans and a list of parts? Hayes, you can find all the plans at fixthisbuildthat.com/get plans or plans.fixthisbuildthat.com. Those go to the same place.
Yep.
Or just go to the website and click on the plans.
Plans, yeah.
Let's see here. Dust collection system. It's go check out my shop tour. I talk all about that there. And just started listening to MFP crafting cut list. That's fantastic. This lady looks like the funny lady from Saturday Night Live.
I get that all the time on here only.
That's the name of the last live was live with Tina Fey.
Oh really? Oh yeah. It was.
That's a good question. I haven't had this one in a long time. When I have my headset on, which I do a lot of times in videos, what am I listening to? Music, podcast, audiobooks. So it's
it ranges.
It does range a lot. It's recently been. It used to be like all country all the time, which is country's kind of my first love. And
you
now,
like a lot of other music too, but you like country.
I do. Yeah, I do. But the majority of it now is it's I have Google Play and the Google Play Music.
Are you listening to Kids Bop?
No, I should. I do like the Kids
That's
Bop.
what I associate because our kids are into Kids Bop.
But I listen to this one that is called Natural Radio, and it's
what is it?
It's like Imagine Dragons, and then
you did
the
tell me about
Relevant.
this. Yeah.
So it's like a lot of
it's like
I don't know, what would you call it? Pop. It's like it's
like
pop, but it's like alt pop,
like high energy.
Yeah.
Kind
so it's
of
it's like Imagine Dragons, Maroon 5.
It's like pumped. Oh, you love Maroon 5.
I do love Maroon 5.
Yeah.
I can't even think like One Republic.
I like them.
Stuff like that. So I listen to a lot of that, and then I do listen to quite a few audiobooks. I'm listening to E-Myth Revisited right now. I just finished it up, and I'm listening to The Hunt for Red October, which I try to get a few kind of fantasy fiction things in, or I guess that's not fantasy fiction, but just fiction things in there every once in a while. But a lot of times it's business books. So Story Brand, I love that by Donald Miller. That's one of my favorite books. Clockwork by Michael Markowitz, I don't know, whatever you say his name. And a lot of business books that I like. And then the E-Myth, that was really cool. That's the one that I've been listening to recently.
Yes.
But yeah, that's what I'm listening to most of the time.
Yeah. Good question.
What was this? Can I upload somehow? What was Jill asking?
Where's Jill?
Project question. A friend has the shell of a gorgeous old radio and wants to turn it into a bar cart. Ooh.
She has a picture for inspo. Can I upload it somehow? I could see that being really cool.
Yeah, you can upload that in the Patreon group for sure.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they...
She's in there now.
Yeah, so you can do it there, or I'm trying to think, there's not really a great way to do it here on YouTube. But yeah, that sounds awesome. If you look at Mr. Build It, Mr. Fix It. Why do they have Mr. Fix It and Mr. Build It?
They like to confuse us.
They're both friends of mine.
Yes.
Aaron Massey is Mr. Fix It. Alex Mazukin is Mr. Build It. And Mr. Fix It, Aaron, he converted a piano to a bar.
Really?
And that was really cool.
Like an upright piano?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like an upright one. And so it had I think it was like I don't know whatever. It has like something up the top, you know. It may have even been like a self-playing one or something, but it's like an upright with a top on it.
Did they come up? Did it fold up?
I think it folded out, and then I can't remember.
They might all do that. I don't know.
Years ago. But anyway, go check his out. He did that conversion, and it looked really cool. And you could probably get some good ideas from that video.
Yeah.
How about wood shavings instead of confetti? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that might work.
I could get on board with some wood. Oh, dude, Matt in the house, Rustic River. Matt, there you go. I told you, dude. I even had. Oh, I changed it. I had a camo hat on earlier, but I felt it would be too. I would be like too branded out if I wore your shirt and your hat. So I had the other camo hat.
Yeah, so you had to
switch.
The
American flag on it.
Razor wants to know, Brad, how do you weld in your garage with your woodworking? I would like to weld, but I do not have a place to be safe and not catch my garage on fire with all of my woodworking. You want to answer that?
I think what they say is a picture is worth 1,000 words. I'll be right back. Entertain the folks.
Yes. All right, let's see who else is on here. Michael Anthony. Brad is. I know. I'm sorry. I'm not good when I'm left to myself. I feel like I should be like doing a song and dance. He's back.
I can't leave this lady.
I know. I freeze up. I'm like a deer in the headlights.
The folks. She's like,
I don't know what to do.
Who do we have here?
I need my person next to me.
All right. So I use these welding blankets. Psych. This is not a welding blanket.
This is not a welding blanket. This is a drop cloth.
This is a canvas drop cloth.
Which are amazing, by the way. If you don't have a canvas drop cloth and you still have plastic ones, you should totally get a canvas drop cloth.
I've been using this with good success until this happened.
Oh my word. That's bigger than I thought it would be. Yes. Yeah.
I had to hold myself back to making some comments there, but
what?
Oh. The guys will get it. Anyway, this, my friends, is what not to do and why you should be extremely careful.
You could be a ghost for Halloween with that.
I know. I'll be like the Mark Rober. I was making the assumption that this was I knew it wasn't flame proof or anything like that.
Flame retardant.
Yeah, I mean, I thought just because it's like a thick canvas.
Yeah.
But the problem is that it was draped on the floor, and then the slag, or the whatever you want to call it, came off, and the molten metal hit that, and it was on the ground, and so it was sitting on it versus bouncing off of it, and that was a big no-no. So yes, that was not cool, and I have changed the way I weld now as well. And what I realized, because I never had these issues in the past, but what I realized my issue was, and so this is something to think about, is before I got this little folding welding table, and it just hit me because this happened recently, and I was like, why? This has never happened before. I haven't ever had an issue like that, but now I'm welding at kind of waist level, and so now the sparks are shooting up like this. I used to weld everything on the floor, and so everything was much lower, and so it couldn't get up. And so what happened was that, and I mean, that's not, for this instance, that really wouldn't have mattered necessarily, but because it was on the floor. But anyway, that's one thing. So the higher you weld, the more of an arc that stuff's going to shoot off. So you've got to be careful with that. And before we do anything else, we're definitely going to, get some legit welding blankets. Or I'm thinking about building a little enclosure, a little booth
you talked about that
has the actual welding curtains on it. That's the heavy plastic. That's it's transparent, but
you said that's collapsible. Would that be
collapsible? So the idea would be I would make a booth that would be probably made out of PVC, and so it would maybe be a 3 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot booth, and maybe just a 3-way, and then potentially something on the back end, but. So that then I could, if I needed to weld something a little bit bigger, I could kind of arc it out, and then have it so that it's not welded together with the PVC cement, and then just be able to fold it in on each other. So it'd be like collapse, kind of like a screen.
Yeah.
Like a folding screen for a room or something like that. So.
Yeah.
But yes.
So it's tricky.
Be careful.
That was a crazy night when that happened.
Lucas, what up, dude?
Hey, Lucas.
We've had a couple questions about made for profit.
Yeah.
John and I are on a hiatus at the moment, but we're also actively having conversations about what is going to happen. So we've kind of the fire's getting stoked a little bit. I think we'll probably, at a minimum, do one to kind of talk about and celebrate the fact that we're hitting 1 million subscribers. John just passed 400,000.
Awesome.
So we've had a lot of YouTube growth since our last MFP, and to kind of talk about that and refresh and just make it a point in time, but then also discuss going forward. So don't have any concrete plans. It's just kind of an idea that we've been talking about.
There's hope on the horizon, though.
There is hope on the horizon. What did I just say? The horizon.
I don't know.
JBSHSU got it. He said, that's what she said.
Mm-hmm. Patrick wants to know, do you use any other lighting other than your shop lights for your videos?
I do, and we missed one up here, I think, from Ben. I don't know, Ben was the one asking about that. And Jonathan just jumped in there. He's like, not anytime soon. Well, not so fast, Jonathan. Not so fast. I do. I have, so there's a light here. The problem with the shop light, so I have 11-foot ceilings, which are amazing, by the way. I love having high ceilings because my old shop had 7.5-foot ceilings, and so I could easily touch the ceiling, and clearly that is lower than 8 feet, which most lumber is 8 feet long, from plywood to 2x4s and that kind of stuff. And so that was a huge pain in the butt to not have that ceiling height. So now that I've got 11-foot ceilings, it's amazing, but the lights are quite a bit higher, and so it does give like side light, but still I don't have great fill light, and because I wear hats all the time, that's not great. So like it, because there's like a shadow in here, but like if I took my hat off, it, then I'd probably get like a lot of glare on my forehead too. So I like, just like wearing the hats.
You're a hat man.
I'm a hat man, especially since I haven't got my own hats, and I was just gonna say made for profit, and the Rustic River Creations hats. Is I have a front light here. I've got a little LED panel that it's actually the rigid folding, the trifold light. I got the other one right up here. But what I literally just got it, and I used it for this last video. It worked amazing. Is this little LED? Actually, I bought 2 of them to see which one I like the best. And this is the other one that's not. There's one on top of the camera that I don't have it on right now because I didn't know if it could go the full hour.
Right.
Because it's on battery, but then you can also hook it up to. It's DC power still, but it to converter, DC converter, AC to DC converter, and basically wall socket. I have this. So this is kind of cool, and this is a like I said, very similar one, and it's got a little 1/4-20 thread here, and so you can put it on there and put a cold shoe, which is just a connector for a camera.
All this technical stuff.
Yep, and then
Whoa.
I can plug it in.
I just got blinded.
Yep, and then it dials up and down. So like this little guy is, I think one of these was like $40 and the other was $30. They're super cheap. And the one, I really like the one up there. If anybody's interested, just shoot me a DM or whatever, and I can send you the model that I bought. It's not this one. I don't remember what it was. But anyway, I really like it. It's a bicolor light, and it's perfect for like fill light instead of just down light. Like I get a ton of great down light, so if I'm ever looking down at something, it's awesome. But a lot of times, like my face and like just my body when I'm working on stuff, I'm kind of dark and everything else is light, and so it looks kind of weird.
Yeah.
Evens it out when you've got that LED light on top of there.
Yep. Got to even it out.
Got to even it out. By the way,
What?
that I haven't showed that. Did I show you that tripod thing that dude
Yes.
built?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You talked to me about it for like an hour.
Okay, perfect.
You were excited about it.
This dude, I've been watching his stuff for a little bit, just on and off, but I saw this and I was like, oh my God, I got to subscribe. Like I'd seen like 2 or 3 of his videos and I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. But I think his name is Alexander. I don't know how you say his last name, Chappell or Chapel. And he built this articulating tripod that is basically, it's on rails, and there's a vertical rail and then also a horizontal rail. And so you can go up and down and then back and forth like this. He lives, I don't know where he lives, somewhere in Europe, I believe. And so like a lot of it was like in metric and stuff like that. But anyway, so I don't know exactly how long it was, but it looked like it was like 6 feet long, and it was like super tall. But it was like, it could like glide. I was just like amazed by it. And he made it all through 3D printing and putting roller bearings in there. And then on like, again, it was metric, so I can't remember what it was, but it was about 1.5 inches rails. Should be like 50 centimeters? No, it'd be like 40 centimeters, something like that. 25 centimeters. No, that's millimeters. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
I'm just sitting here.
I think millimeters. 25 millimeters in an inch. 25.4 to be exact. And anyway, that is an amazing video. And he, so I'm trying to figure out like what I want for a tripod to set up all the camera stuff. But if you want to see that video, if you want to see like an amazing camera setup, go check out his video. Alexander, let's just call it Chappell.
Retro Weld is on here, and he said he has the same light that you just showed.
Oh, cool.
And
What's
he
up,
said
Douglas?
he has this mounted to a stand that he can move around. It sounds
Yeah,
similar.
yeah. So Doug, what what I'm wanting to do, so just like a little bit behind the scenes, just so you guys know what goes into making all these videos, is I've got the tripod, and it's a 3-legged tripod that they're all individual. I have one of the cheaper ones where it's like all connected, but it's like a Manfrotto tripod, so you can move each leg individually, and then you can move it like in 3 different places, or 2 joints, so 3 leg extensions, basically. And so I use that for my camera, and then I also have a light on a stand and a tripod. And so I'm always like moving those around, and then you can see it in my videos. I'll have, you'll see it in like the background, I'll have the light like sitting there because I'm not moving out of the way because I don't need it when I'm down here. I want it all on one thing, and I don't want it to have any cords. So I'm actually thinking about making some things and running it all off of like some cordless batteries I already have. So it's kind of like a challenge project for myself. I don't know that I'm gonna make a video on it, but I've bought some things. I want to 3D print some stuff, and then seeing Alexander's video on that, I was just like, oh, dude, I gotta do something. Because having everything in one spot and just being able to wheel it anywhere in the shop and no cords, that would be a huge advantage, because I'm always moving stuff around and having to readjust the legs on the tripod, and it's just a pain. So
yeah, it'll be cool. We have a couple questions.
Have I made a decision? What was T-Hub? He says, have you made a decision on leveling the cabinets, feet or base?
Oh, right.
Taylor, yeah, so Taylor, great question. If you guys saw the video on the base cabinets that I just put out, the 3-drawer cabinets, put that out today. Go check it out if you haven't already. And it's going to be along the run. It's going to be the right side run of the total miter saw station. And it's on the side wall of my garage. So I have a large slope, because garages are sloped at whatever. I don't know what the actual run is, but or what the pitch is, but it's substantial. What did I measure? Was it 4.5 inches from the end, right? It was like a 4.5 inch drop.
I think it was, yeah.
Was it an inch?
Maybe
was
more.
It 4.5 to 6? I can't remember if it was.
I think the thing was telling it was 4.5, but you measured it and it was closer to 6.
Right, if it was 4.5 to 6. Okay, because I was measuring. So
was
I measured from like the floor to the bottom of the drywall.
Yep.
And then we brought out the level, and so it looked like it was about an 1.5 inch drop over, let's call it 7 or 8 feet.
Yeah.
And so, but the whole run's going to be 13 feet. So the issue is, like, why would I potentially not use leveling feet? Is because all the way on the left side, the cabinet's basically going to be touching the ground from my left cabinets. It'll be at the lowest point that the cabinet can be. And then I have to shim everything up going across. If I have to shim it up over, let's say 3 inches, I don't want to have a leveling foot that's just a threaded, basically a threaded rod into an insert. I don't want to have that high of a leveling foot, because I think it would probably be fine, but it just seems weird to me. So probably the right side, Taylor, I think I am going to do some type of base. It's not high enough to use 2x4s on edge, so I'm kind of indecisive. I might do it out of plywood actually, and then just build like a little base, and then shim and level all that, and then just put the cabinets right on top of it. That's what I'm leaning towards right now, instead of doing the feet, because I just don't want. I'm just gonna look weird either way, I think. But I'll have a toe kick on it.
I was gonna say, you won't see it from the front.
Right. Well, that's the other thing too. Is like,
well,
so
you wouldn't see it. Well, no, you would see it on the side.
It's a 3-inch toe kick. So there's 3 inches. There'll be 3 inches of plywood, and then you would have another 3 inches of insert thread underneath there.
Well, yeah, you would see it on the far end.
Right.
If you were at the right angle.
I'd have to have a toe kick that was like 6 inches.
It doesn't seem very sturdy to me to have that.
It doesn't either.
I mean, it probably is fine, but it just seems kind of like
secured to the wall.
It would feel like the thing is up on tippy toes.
Yes. And so I think having on a base, I'll probably just do that, and it'll be easier to level as well.
Jonathan wants to know, have you made the transition to YouTube music yet?
I have not. I'm putting it off. Every time they ask me, I say no. I don't know why.
Procrastinating.
I do know why, because I just don't want to learn a new system.
We have enough systems already.
Call me Double B's. What's up? How many hats do I own? Torch makes things. It's not as many.
That's a good question. It could be worse, though.
Yeah, and I've culled through it. Well, if you think about the ones that are downstairs in the closet, too.
Well, there's like a collection of 5 on the kitchen counter.
I know.
I'm exaggerating.
I don't know.
It's only 3, but 3 on the kitchen counter, at all times.
It's probably 20 to 30.
T-shirts are the bigger issue.
T-shirts? Let's not talk about that.
Exactly.
That's probably 20 to 30,000.
I was gonna say I would say, how many t-shirts do you think you own?
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Short sleeve only.
75, easy.
I would estimate over 100.
I would too. I was just trying to be nice to myself. Falling from Colombia, Bardia, what's up, my man? Is there a build I will never take on?
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, sure. Something crazy.
I was like, what?
That you don't want to do. I'm just saying that the answer could be yes. Do we know of it right now? I don't know.
Is there
A build that you would never take on? I know what you've been. I wouldn't even say that we're putting it off. It's not even a build either, though. The floor in the boys' bathroom. Oh. We haven't wanted to touch that because it's got a big. It's carpet. It's carpet in the bathroom, and it's got a big hump. And so we've talked about putting in.
Like you feel a hump in the
flooring.
carpet.
You
I'm
can
just like,
feel it.
We're like, we should put flooring.
It's like a little roller coaster ride.
No, because I don't know what is going on in here, but it's not good, and it's going to be horrible.
Yeah. Meantime, we've got 2 boys in a bathroom that has carpet. Yeah. So
that's always fun.
Not great.
Lots of toothpaste.
Yeah. But for a build, I don't know.
Probably, I would say like right now, and this may change in the future, but I would say like any type of like marquetry. It's like veneers where you like, where people make like a almost like a mosaic but it's just out of wood.
Oh, okay.
Like any type of marquetry, like I'm just not that kind of dude. That does not excite me at all. And it's just like, it seems like you got to be super intense and detailed,
right? Which
I'm fine with and I like, but not if it's going to be tedious. Yeah, I'd say marquetry. It doesn't excite me, and it seems very difficult. So
it's a combination
to
not take it on. Yeah, for sure.
No marquetry, probably for us.
All right, Michael wants to know: is the Craig K5? Let's get this flipped around. Worth the extra money over the K4?
100% yes. I put off using the K5 for a long time. Craig is a sponsor of mine, full disclosure there. But
I have wearing Craig blue right now.
I know it does.
This is like super Craig.
I had the K4 for a very long time, and like at any point in time, I could have just said, hey, Craig, can you send me the K5? And they would have, and I didn't because I was like, yeah, there's like K4, it's fine. I was like, I'm gonna be like a man of the people. I'm using the K4. I don't need.
Is the K4 the one you have mounted to the piece of wood?
No, that's the K5. And then
what's
the K4 is this little guy. That's the K4.
No, but what's the thing that's mounted to the
Foreman?
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought that was the K5.
Foreman is the bomb, by the way.
Yeah, the Foreman, like in the video, you were like, boom, boom,
oh gosh.
boom. Like, it was amazing.
If you have like I had cut 70.
Yeah, that thing, you do that a lot, though.
72 holes in the drawers, because 6 drawers and 12 apiece. So I did 72 holes in the drawers for the cabinets, and I was just like smashing them on the Foreman. It was so nice.
That did look really nice.
But so that being said, the K5 is not nearly obviously as much efficiency, but just not having to reach to the back on the K4, that's worth it alone. If you ever do panels, because like if you're just doing vertical stuff, like if you're doing connectors or face frames, no big deal. Not a thing, because you just pop it, flip it. But if you're doing panels, like on my cabinets, I do pocket holes on the bottom and the top, and that's how I attach. So it's this large panel. And so then when you're moving it across, you gotta like reach around and do it. And having that clamp on the front is worth it by itself. And then the auto adjusting piece is the other nice part. And it's my K5's right there, a little piece of wood. And so the nice little side supports as well. So yes, I would say it's worth it for the clamp alone.
Well, and I was thinking it was that thing, which is the Foreman. And so I was thinking, well, you'd have to have enough space for it, but this is really not that big.
Oh no, it's basically the same size.
It's great.
I mean, but with the wings
like that.
But so in that same breath, if you're doing any volume of joinery, a lot of face frames or cabinetry work or whatever, the Foreman will, if you're doing it for money, the Foreman will pay for itself easily if you're doing any kind of volume, because it's just so fast. It's so nice. But if you're a hobbyist, then I think that one's like, I think the Foreman's like $400. The K5 is maybe 130, 140, and the K4 is 99. So you could do everything with the K4, and I did it for years. But as soon as I got the K5, I was like, oh my gosh, this is heaven. I actually think I had the Foreman before I got the K5, which is kind of funny. But.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we have over here.
Okay.
Nightfall, have I ever built any barn doors? No,
No,
I have not.
We have not.
We've talked about it, like,
We have.
many times.
We don't have a good spot.
We don't have any good spots for it.
Well,
We've tried,
no.
we've went through every door in our house because it would be good, like, especially like 2 years ago.
Oh gosh, it
when
would've
barn
been
doors
perfect.
are like super hot.
No, we are not like a huge farmhouse look in our house. Like a little bit, maybe.
What do we call it? What's our look?
I don't know. I mean,
have a
I
name
like
for
a
it.
little bit of that, but like,
Farmhouse, industrial, modern.
yeah, kind of. But not like farmhouse, like everywhere. I don't think we have the right house for that either. But anyway, yeah, we talked about that, but we didn't have enough wall space, right? Because it's got to roll onto the wall.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Michael Lusk wants to know, router table, have you done a build and video on one yet?
I have not. I did build a router table many moons ago, before I ever even thought about Instagram, let alone a blog or YouTube. Back in Cincinnati when I first got started,
You did?
Yeah, I had it when I was here.
I don't remember that.
Clearly, but I built it.
Oh, no, I do.
Yeah, it
I
was
do.
based on the Norm design.
It had like a darker wood on it,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
did a kind of
Yes.
amalgamation of the American woodworker design and the Norm Abrams design, and I built that.
Yeah.
And it was super cool. Had the thing in there, had the acrylic front with the 3 holes in it for
That's
airflow.
what I remember. Yep.
And it was awesome. And I got rid of that when I got the Jet router table, which has a huge cast iron top, and it's a lot nicer because it has the router lift in it, whereas my old one was just a drop in with a phenolic plate. And I did my old one. I bought like the top off like eBay, like
Sounds like classic Brad.
like 15, this is like 15 years ago. I
We
bought
just
it off
hobbled
eBay.
it together.
I did, and it was like the weirdest plate size. It was like not a standard plate. There's like 2 standard plate sizes, router plate sizes, and it wasn't either of them. It was like one. It was longer in one dimension and shorter in the other, and so it wasn't even like could just expand it. So I would have had to redone the entire top, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get rid of this.
Yeah.
And use the Jet one instead. So that's the one I use now, and it's awesome. But I did a storage and organization thing on that. Probably not going to help you, but I'm trying to think. Did Johnny just did he do the router table? I can't remember, but there's several good videos out there on making them. I don't personally have one. I will probably build one at some point in time, though. Just because, why not?
Yep.
Torch
Why
Makes
not?
Things saying, behind the scenes, how do I organize, can I do, I probably won't do a video on it, so asking me like how I do all the behind the scenes stuff, making videos and editing the files and all that stuff, upload process. Not a good fit for this channel. We've talked about that on Made for Profit a bit, and if you go to fixthisbuildthat.com/tools, you can see all the hardware I use and software. I have everything listed, not all of my tools. Obviously that would be insane, but most of my major tools in the wood shop, as well as my editing tools and software and my entire computer build, that's my current computer, all that stuff is on there, microphones. I'll put the lights up, when because I'm changing a lot of stuff right now, so that'll be updated here pretty soon as well. Ali Shakaba from Asia, good morning over there.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I thought there was more.
No,
I was like,
just,
good morning.
Just saying good morning.
All right. Yes. So Charlie.
Beth, yuck, carpet in the bath. Listen,
I know.
we have, to be clear,
What?
now,
Are you
Susan-
gonna tell them everything
about
the carpet in the
they're
bathroom?
gonna get it. When we moved into this house,
Oh,
did we have
gosh.
carpet in our old bath? We did.
Yes, we've always had. Well,
Ever since
for like the last
for our last 2 houses,
11 years, because Cole
we've
was
had carpet
little,
in our bathrooms.
in our master bathroom. It was like a thing
And-
in the 90s when they built, or the early 2000s when they were building houses in that area. A lot of the master bathrooms have carpet in them, and then the toilet is in like a separate little
toilet room.
space.
But I can tell you,
and that has tile. Thank goodness.
I love it. I love it
He does love it.
because it's just
I
so
know.
warm. I mean, like we have a bath mat like right outside the
mean,
shower.
Yeah,
And
it is warm. I will give you that, but it's kind of gross.
like I mean,
you don't put on like makeup, so you don't understand.
no, I don't. What does that mean?
I mean, like if I'm putting on mascara and I drop the wand on the floor on accident, black mascara on the carpet, and then yes, I mean we've lived in our house 7 years. Of course that's happened. So then I have to get down there with my eye makeup remover stuff and try to like get it out of the carpet.
I will say, I mean, we're getting into the TMI situation here, but the one thing that disgusts me, and you know this, she knows this,
What?
is if I just go to in front of her sink and I just put my hand on the carpet and do this, like I could pull up like a hairball.
We're gonna talk about the hair
looks
again.
like a cat.
I lose a lot of hair.
It's actually my new favorite thing. I'll go and I'll just like rub my hand because it's like if you just rub your hand in carpet.
I thought you said it disgusts you. Why are you doing it? Like for fun?
It's like picking a scab. Like it's kind of disgusting.
That's
it's kind
so.
of like,
I feel so nasty now. I feel gross.
Yeah.
But no, I have a lot of
I'm gonna
hair,
start leaving
thankfully.
it on your
But
pillow.
I lose so much hair in a day. It's really annoying. It's annoying, and I don't know, whatever. So anywho, we have carpet, we have plans,
and we do have plans to redo the bathroom
and put
get
in.
rid of
I'm
it
using
and
another piece of hair. Yeah,
a heated floor,
a heated tile floor.
I don't like how cold tile is.
He's just such a delicate flower. He's like, I can't step on the cold tile floor. We live in Tennessee. We don't even live like in North Dakota or something.
Whatever. Gloucester Design, what's up? My first time tuning in. Do I both build or
Sorry to tell you about all the hair issues going on in our house.
Do I both build or design build? I'm not sure what both build is.
I don't know. Do whatever you want to do, man.
Obviously an autocorrect.
Do you both build?
Do I both build?
I think he's asking you.
Or design build. No, I think he's saying, I don't know what he's saying, but he's saying, do I like design? I don't know what you're saying.
He makes
but
things.
I design all my own builds.
Yes.
So,
he's a maker.
And a designer.
And a designer.
So yes, I do all the design work on my own stuff, and I typically get some inspiration. And if I want to build something, I'll look out there like what's been done.
Yep.
And take all the things that I like from different designs and kind of slap them all together. Is typically how I do it. Or if I ever do anything that's like, just complete similarity to something that somebody's already done, then I'll just give them credit. Like the Jae Bates cordless charging station is a great example of that. I changed it a little bit, but it's very inspired by his, and so I called out like, hey, this is by Jae Bates, and I basically flipped his design upside down and also added a drawer, and so stuff like that where I'm like, well, you know what, I really need a drawer because I want to have all my screwdriver bits and all kinds of little accessories in there. So that's what I'll end up doing. Mm-hmm. What we got over here on the...
What was I going to tell you?
I don't know.
What happened over here? Charlie was saying, could you treat the base cabinets as an upper cabinet and just hang the lowers starting slightly higher?
What? Oh.
That's what it says. But but the base cabinets, not drawers. That would be weird.
Well, I say yeah, you could. That was probably a little fast.
A little cavalier.
A little cavalier. So these cabinets are 20 inches deep. These are what I call garage cabinets because
they're in the garage.
Garage cabinets. Because they're in the garage. But there is a style.
They're like a low
that.
profile.
In this one, this is a great example. I modeled these off of some commercial cabinets that I had bought many years ago.
That fell apart.
They were junky, so I made them better. And but the dimensions are all the same. And they were 20 inches deep, and instead of the typical 24 inches deep. So on those, I think you'd be okay, especially if you're going into two studs, top and bottom. I would start getting potentially a little bit concerned if I went out 24 inches and I had them really loaded down, and especially if I had like 24 inch on center studs, and I could only hit one stud on a 24 inch on a 30-inch cabinet, I would start to get concerned that cantilever weight, because you're going out 24 inches and you've got all that weight, and then if you're extending drawers, I would start to get concerned there. So I definitely like having it rested on the ground. I mean, it's not anchored to the ground, but it's, obviously it's going to carry all the load, so they're not going to ever tip over or fall off the wall. They're not going to tip because I got them drilled into the wall, but all the weight is just going straight through the feet. Mm-hmm. So you could, but I think there's some limitations that you could run into there, especially depending upon the material you're using. you could.
Yeah, if it's really heavy.
Yeah. Well, or if it's just not great plywood.
Right, that's wrong.
Or if you're using like a 1/2 inch back versus 3/4, or I don't know.
Think it through.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Chris, watch all the videos at 2 speed. Otherwise, it sounds like people are slurring their words.
Remember the podcast that I used to listen to all the time? Young House Love. They had a thing on there. It was hysterical. One of their listeners told them that they always, like for giggles, they will listen to their podcast slowed down, and it sounds like they're drunk. Like it just sounds, they're just like, and I was thinking we should totally like slow it down and see how we sound.
Oh, I was listening.
They sound crazy.
I was listening to mine at half speed because I was doing the transcribing. So I had to, I messed up the video today. I didn't mess it up. It just didn't. I uploaded it last night, and like I said, I didn't watch it until like this morning. But typically overnight, it will do the auto transcriptions, and then I'll just go in and tune it up. It did not do the auto transcriptions, and so I uploaded my voiceover, but I don't have a voiceover for the parts that I talk on screen, and so it messed everything up. So I had to go in there and adjust everything, and YouTube has this thing where you can listen and type at the same time, or like listen then type.
Oh.
And so I slowed it down so I could type and not have to keep stopping it.
Did it sound
so
silly?
So it was like half speed. Oh yeah, it was like it was funny because I still couldn't type as fast, even at half speed. I couldn't keep up with.
You're a pretty fast typer too.
I know. That's why I was like, dang. I got this.
I got this in the bag.
No, not even close.
That's funny.
But whatever.
Oh goodness. Jill said, did Jill ask about if there's any project you would not want to do? She said, I meant steam bending wood as in like hand doing canoes or crazy modern furniture, etc. Just thinking of builds you might never want to try. Like styles, maybe.
Steam bending. Oh, are you interested in steam bending wood? Is what she had.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Well, there you go. What is that?
I've done just cold bending, not steam bending. I made a curved cutting board, which is pretty cool. So bent lamination is basically what we're talking about here. And I just laminated a bunch of 1/8 inch, slightly under 1/8 inch pieces, and I turned it to this like bacon board. It was like 50 pieces. One of them broke, so it was 49. And it's this cool curve. What do we do with that?
Do we have it? Oh, we still have it.
Where is it?
It used to be out. It was, you know what? It was in the hutch. And then we got rid of the hutch. So now it's like somewhere in our house. We have all this homeless china because we don't have a sideboard right now.
4 cutting boards. Yes. Because they're like my favorites that I couldn't get rid of.
Right. I used 2 of them all the time, but not that one. That one's really decorative. That one, we've used that one like at get-togethers, like to put food out on, but I would never cut on it because it's too pretty. Yeah. I mean, that would just be ridiculous.
Is COVID affecting us much? Jimbo. Business up or down, trends you're seeing, wife driving you nuts.
Hey, wife would never drive you nuts.
COVID
has no effect on us because we were already home together.
That's
before.
Right. We're already home buddies. Right. COVID's been great. It makes us more normal. Now it's everybody's staying at home.
We were always kind of like stay away from other people.
It's kind of like I say, it's up and down. Lost some business because some people pulled back. Gained some business.
Yeah.
Views went way up. Views went way down. It's kind of been a
I feel like it kind of
March.
Evened out though.
It has evened out now. It has evened out, but it was a little bit of a roller coaster. Any plans to do the Rockler Desk Challenge? Bradley, Newfield. Absolutely none.
I mean, there's like
because I'm sponsored by Woodcraft.
Yeah.
So
minor issue
that would be
there.
very awkward for me. No, I love the guy. I'm personal friends with a few of the folks over there at Rockler. Great company, great products. I just work with Woodcraft. Who's got better products? Now, Woodcraft is a long-term sponsor of my channel, and so I'm obviously not going to be doing anything with Rockler as they are their #1 direct competitor. But I do have 3 desks that I've made.
Yes, 3. There'll be more too. I'm sure.
I know. I wish because I had an idea. I was going to do some more desks, and now it's like YouTube just crazy flooded with desk builds.
We were planning on desks before COVID happened. We were planning on doing a bunch of desks anyway.
We actually, which is odd because we had planned on doing more desks,
And then we didn't.
Then we did, and we didn't when it would have been even more relevant. We just didn't do them.
It just, we had other things that we had to get done.
We had other
And
stuff.
then our kids, like, we thought, oh, they each need a desk. Well,
But they don't.
They don't.
Only one of them really needs a desk.
I mean, our daughter.
And
like,
she's got the desk that already made. She
we
loves
said,
it.
if we, like, what do we tell, we were talking to each other about, like, if we could take her to Staples and be like,
Oh, like a Staples
you
birthday
have
party.
unlimited money. Yeah, you can just go buy all the random office supplies that you want. She's
She'd love it.
8.
She's 8.
She would be in heaven.
She
like
would get like all the like file folders and like
she
color
would.
tabs.
And like the cute sticky notes and highlighters and pencils and pencil pouches.
That's
so
her
like
jam.
she loves her desk because she's always over there like stealing our tape. I never find Scotch tape in our house because Macy has taken it.
Yeah, she's already.
Anywho,
she's already got it.
Jill said that her mom, they remodeled her house in Michigan and put in insulation and heated floors, and she's never used them because the insulation is so good in Michigan. And then she also said she's gonna rock your world, slippers. I like that, Jill. You do wear slippers though in the winter.
No, I don't.
Sometimes you have house shoes.
I do have house shoes.
They're not like,
But
I
those
guess
are
they're
not
not slippers. They're I don't know. They're like winter house shoes. I would call those slippers. You only wear them in the winter.
They're like clogs. They're not like comfy cozy.
No. I have like the
just like-
furry ones. Brad is not rolling around with like furry slippers.
I used to have, I hurt my, I had a insertional Achilles tendinosis. For those of
That's
you
a
who
name right there.
Yeah, it is. Where basically my tendon was micro tearing as it was pulling out of my
That sounds
heel. And so I needed support. Like they were like, you should not be walking barefoot. Like you should always have some kind of support. And that's when I was wearing those a lot.
That's why you still stretch every day, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't know you're supposed to wear shoes all the time.
Well, that was in now, but I don't anymore because like
okay,
it feels
good.
like it doesn't hurt anymore. But that was for a long time, so I wore those for a long time. But now I do go barefoot a lot more now than I used to.
Yeah, that's true.
So
That was a long time ago, but
it was a long time.
injuries
That was
like
when
that
that
take
was
forever.
literally when we were moving down here. I was down here, and I was by myself because they were still up in Cincinnati.
Yep.
And so I was working through the week. Then I would drive back on the weekends to come see them. But so during the week, I would just come home to literally the hotel I stayed at, the Holiday Inn, or not the Holiday Inn, the Hampton Inn, and I would run. So I was doing a lot of running. My nightly routine would be I would run like 2 or 3 miles, and then I would go to the Subway, get a 6-inch Italian DMT.
This is such.
Sit
This
down.
is like Brad, the epitome of Brad. Subway running.
Sit on they had a swing out in front of.
Where? Which one?
Out in front of Kroger. The Kroger.
Is this up north of the city?
Yeah. Up
Okay.
there in Goodlettsville. They had a swing because they had like outdoor furniture, and so they had a swing for the longest time. And so I would sit down and sit and eat my Subway sandwich and drink my drink, and then go home and cry.
And look at houses.
Sounds
Because he
so
couldn't find
lonely.
one. We couldn't find a house for the longest
But
time.
yes, and I was running too much, and I was pushing myself too hard.
overdid
and that's
it.
how that happened.
That's
So,
funny.
anyway, I don't know where that came from.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, cool. Well, we are going to get rocking and rolling.
Oh, yeah, it is time,
We've
isn't it?
It is time. So thank you guys for Mark the Maker. What's up, my man? Van Boy, check out for my desk collection, check out my shop tour. I talk about that a bit on the shop tour. So it's on the YouTube channel. Go check it out.
Yep.
But if you've not seen the video for the base cabinets, go ahead and check that out. And that is part 1 of the Miter Saw Station series. So get ready for that.
Hold on to your hats, folks.
Hold on to your hats. It won't be crazy. But we will
build it all
have,
out.
there will be other videos. There will be intermixed, so it's not going to be just straight. The next video will be actually doing some flooring in
We got to get moving
the
on
downstairs bathroom. So, yeah.
that. Yeah.
And that stuff's actually warm. The vinyl plank flooring.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's insulated.
Yeah.
Not like
It's not cold.
ceramic.
We could do that in our
Or
bathroom.
porcelain. We could. So, anyway, interesting.
Yeah.
We're gonna head out and
Yeah.
go watch some TV, enjoy ourselves and before we go hit the week. Hope you guys have an awesome week next week, and let me know what you guys are doing. Hit me up on DMs if you got any questions, and all the Builders Club folks, I will see you guys during the week on the update, and you guys just enjoy it. Have a great one. We'll see you next Sunday.
Bye. All right.
All right.